About us charging tolls.
Is that something you're considering?
I'd rather do that than let them have them, right? Why shouldn't we? We're the winner. We won, okay? They are militarily defeated. The only thing they have is the psychology of, oh, we're going to drop a couple of mines in the water, all right? No, we have a concept where we'll charge tolls, okay? I thought you meant us.
How did we get here? How did we get here? What in the Alice in Wonderland nightmares is going on right now?
All I can say is how fucking dare you?
If you voted for that man, if you voted for anybody other than Kamala and you live in one of the states that it was, close, or if you didn't vote, fuck you.
The best is yet to come.
I chose family. I chose women. I chose America. I love you.
How the fuck is this still happening? All I've ever known politically is hatred.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you and your mother and your sister. I'm just done with all of this.
The biggest red wave I've seen since Ronald Reagan's 49-state victory.
There were appeals to racism in this campaign, and there is racial bias in this country, and there is sexism in this country.
I can't help but wonder if the American people have given up on democracy.
I hear what you're saying, and I do see it differently because I'm thinking about the people who are not a part of anybody's elite who are hurting tonight.
If you were a 6'4" white man from Arkansas or from, Florida, do you think she would be losing by that much?
I think that we've got to be honest. Among Hispanic men and black men, there's a lot of misogyny.
There are African-American women who know a little bit about being talked down to and know a little bit about having their economic dreams crushed, who try to dream a big dream over the past couple of months.
It's not enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris, a fellow woman. This will be the second opportunity that white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy.
There's misogyny. But it's not just misogyny from white men. Mm-hmm. It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Right.
It's misogyny from black men.
And tonight they're trading in a lot of hope for a lot of hurt. And they were hoping that maybe this time, one of their own could be seen as worthy.
Things we've all been talking about, who do not want a woman leading them. Might be race issues with Hispanics. They don't want a black woman as president of the United States.
To all the pollsters, the election pollsters, blow me. I don't ever want to from you again, ever.
People who said that he was a Hitler lover weren't Democrats, they were Republicans. People who said that he was a fascist weren't Democrats, they were Republicans who worked for him.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business. Complicated.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into a Saturday edition of CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage Ide out of Unit 199. Happy to see all of you here. Sorry, I did not go live for the second stream yesterday. I did feel kind of bad. I got in very late, and I was just tired as hell. I'm an old man, so you got to forgive me. I'm just old. I was even too tired to grift, okay? That's how bad it was. But anyway, I do appreciate it. Ladybug says, I'm glad you didn't. The mods were like, thank God. There's Jessica. I'm glad you didn't. See that? See how supportive my mods are? They're just like, I'm glad you didn't. I'm sick and tired of it. But anyway, good to see all of you here on a Saturday. We got a few things to talk about. I wanted to cover Trump's speech yesterday in Florida. We will cover that today. And we will cover other things as well. Factual Mage says, it's okay. I was entertained by quartering no showing to a debate he demanded with Yellow Flash last night. Dude. Trust me, that might have had something to do with it too. I was like, why would I stream when there's such good entertainment right now? You got Kino Casino and Yellow Flash, where quartering is doing a no-show. There's plenty of good entertainment tonight. So why should I go live? So I didn't. But I did see where, yeah, the quartering demanded a debate with, Yellow Flash, and then he backed out of the debate. He did a no-show. And this is after he apparently tries to bring Charlie Kirk into his drama. It's just unbelievable, dude. Like, the fact that Quartering's now clinging on to Charlie Kirk as like a shield for everything that's going on with him speaks volumes. Speaks volumes. Hail to the Kick chat. I see all of you over there. Thank you, guys. Hail to the Rumble chat. I appreciate you. I see you. And of course, the lovely YouTube chat. He is what the F. Oh, yeah, I got the tweet pulled up right here. I want to thank God for giving me the strength these past 2 weeks. And I want to thank Melanie Mack and Charlie Kirk for inspiring me to find him again. I also want to thank all of my viewers for being so amazing and kind. I am so blessed, and I don't say it enough. Yeah, I want to thank Charlie Kirk for, inspiring me to get super chats as well. I really like, guys, I would not be able to do what I do without Charlie Kirk. We had a great month in grifting, and I'll be honest, I would not be able to do it if it wasn't for the last time I spoke to Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, he told me, he's like, Jeremy, make sure you grift, get as many super chats as possible, because that's the name of the game. And I'm like, thank you, Charlie Kirk. I really appreciate it. So yeah, this is what he said to me. So I want to thank Charlie Kirk, and I want to dedicate all super chats for the rest of the year to Charlie Kirk. Because that's the way the Quartering would want me to do it, is to make up a fucking story about Charlie Kirk so that I can stop getting criticized. Fucking hell, dude. Like, this dude gets drunk every day, goes on Twitter and starts throwing haymakers, deletes all his shit, and then thanks God and Charlie Kirk for guiding him. Holy shit. Like, what are we talking about? Like, he legitimately goes on Twitter, he fights with people, and then he deletes everything. And then he reposts and says, I want to thank God and Charlie Kirk for guiding me. Holy crap. Like, unbelievable. But hey, when it's Miller time, it's Miller time. Somebody says that's the actual drunk tweet. Summer said that's the actual drunk tweet. I didn't think about it from that perspective. That's good. Now that was good. That would call me home. But yeah, backing out of a debate that you asked for with Yellow Flash is wild. But anyway, we're not here to talk about the Quartering. Keno Casino and Flashcast will take care of that. We got more important things to talk about, like Charlie Kirk guiding me to get super chats. No, but Fox for 10 says, Jeremy, the Marantz rant on G&G, it's about GameStop. People have no idea how they pivoted. It's being suppressed. I think you will find it interesting. You look cute, by the way. No homo. What? Why would you say this? Like, everything you just said completely. I have no interest in anything you just said because of that shit right there. But for real, the GameStop thing is wild, because GameStop, so for those that haven't heard, I guess GameStop is trying to purchase eBay. He said no homo, though. GameStop is trying to purchase eBay, which is very strange because eBay has to be far more valuable than GameStop at this point in time. So I don't know. It's a really weird situation. I haven't looked too far into it because I was busy yesterday. And I just found out about it when I was on Friday Night Tights. So yeah, the GameStop thing is weird. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I guess we'll find out. JDT 199 for 10 says nothing. Thank you. This one had me laughing before the stream. Now, sometimes you guys send a super chat and it makes me laugh while I'm in the middle of my intro. This one made me laugh before I got to the intro, but H1 Beardo is, if you know the lore, that is a damn good meme right there. H1 Beardo, no, I don't like your cannons. That is S tier memeing right there. That is phenomenal. So credit to you on that one, but I was laughing when I saw it. Babo Yogi for 20 says, we're still waiting for the 24-hour Cherami mod appreciation stream. All donations should be split between the lovely mods, except Eric K. He sucks, but I'm sure you already know how well he does. Mod lives matter. Mods, do you want a 24-hour chair stream? Is that what you want? Okay. If that's what you want, just let me know. We can make it happen. Let me know. I'm sure the mods want that to happen. Don't get too excited. Hunter says, F it. Let's overdraw. Trump 2028. Hail the 199. I agree. Trump 2028. Hunter also becomes a new member. Thank you. Little Jim's Halo says, I know read good. Israel stole my cart and dog I.199. Packy Proton says, Trump says Cuba is ours. You better be on it. I know it. I saw that yesterday. Little Jim Taylor says, we know you AI and you use green screen. This is like not green screen at all. This is the most high quality setup in history. Packy Proton says, with the new profile pic, now you know why I have to simp with money to gain attention, even when I was thinner. Short doesn't help. What do you want me to highlight this? Is that what you want me to do? Thank you, Becky Protons. McCog says, got in a motorcycle accident Friday. I blame Israel, but I'm mostly okay. Are you memeing or did you seriously get into an accident, brother? I can't tell with you. So I hope you're okay. And if you're memeing, then it definitely was Israel's fault. So hopefully you're okay. I really have no idea when Macaca is like memeing or not. Garfield's Bizarre Adventures is now Quartering and Ricada are teaming up. Wouldn't be surprised if they move in together to start a Christian fund. Listen, man. I treat YouTube like I treat anything in real life. I am a flawed human being just like all of you, okay? I make mistakes. I get things wrong. But I try to learn from other people's mistakes as well. Whereas I hope people will learn from my mistakes that know me, because I think that that's a good policy. Like, learn from other people's mistakes and learn from your own mistakes. With the things that are going on with some of these YouTubers in our sphere, I mean, I personally want to thank them for teaching me for literally everything you're not supposed to do, because that's what they are doing. My goodness. And it really does show you that on the internet, while the internet is a savage place and it's a very brutal place, I think that the internet very much rewards authenticity. I really do. I do believe that. And it also, it rewards self-awareness. Authenticity, self-awareness, really two of the most important factors you can have on the internet as a content creator, as a personality, or whatever. Don't act like you're better than everybody else, and don't act like you're above anything, and just be real. And you know what's happening with some of these guys right now? They truly don't believe they've done anything wrong, and they are treating the audience like they're stupid. The audience is not stupid. The audience knows exactly what's going on. Everybody who has even a slightly large audience, even a smaller audience. I don't even know how you want to determine what's a small audience, what's a big audience. I mean, there's plenty of people that would consider I have a small audience compared to like big streamers, whatever. Regardless, your audience is all relative to you. Don't treat your audience like they're stupid. They're here for a reason. They support you for a reason. They watch you every day. A lot of them are dialed into things more so than even the content creator that they're watching. Don't disrespect the audience ever. When you fuck up, own it, admit it, and move on. You don't have to make a big deal of it. Just address it and move on. But don't ever think that don't ever think you're better than the audience. But some people can't get that through their thick head because they've seen a lot of success and they just think that they're better than everyone else. Packy Proton says, Melanie Mack creeped me out the first time I saw her. Smelled phony from the start. I've never had an issue with Melanie Mack, but Melanie Mack soft blocked me on Twitter through all of this. Have you guys ever heard me say a bad word about Melanie Mack? I've had her on streams. I've had her on Geeks and Gamers. She's come to Orlando. She's hung out with us. Has anyone ever heard me say anything bad about her? And I'm asking that just to qualify. I've never said a bad word about Melanie. Never said one negative thing about her. Never criticized her. Never had a problem with Melanie. And she soft blocked me on Twitter through all of this. And what a soft block means is that she blocked me and then unblocked me. That way that she unfollows me and I unfollow her. And so at that, I was like, all right, if that's how it's going to be. And this happened months ago. I haven't said anything about it. Yeah, so I've hung out with her in real life a couple times. I've spoken with her, privately about things. She's always been cool with Geeks and Gamers. So whatever. But maybe that was because I don't pay her. I guess that's the pecking order. Maybe I don't pay her, and maybe I don't fake my Christianity online hard enough to get the approval, I guess. I don't know. But whatever. Fault 199 says, got my 7,000 to say Jeremy is better than Beardo. See, I do pay him to say this. All right. I everybody that compliments me, I do pay them. Because I'm, that's how it works. Steel Leg says, Jeremy, I can never thank you enough for your kindness and support. My brother Raymond will be passing soon. Thanks to everyone for their prayers. Be blessed. Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that. Prayers up for you, brother. So sorry to hear that. Let's see. TXC Cam says, never heard a bad word about Melanie Mack from Jeremy. I've never said anything bad about her. Never said anything bad about the quartering up until all this shit happened. But whatever. As a matter of fact, I went out of my way to compliment the quartering over and over again. Steel Leg, prayers up, brother. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'll check my DMs. I know you sent me a DM about it, so I'll check my DMs. Okay. Not only have I not talked bad about the quartering leading up to this, I have went out of my way to praise this motherfucker over and over again, telling people how good of a guy he is and how he's looking out for smaller channels. All for it to be a big lie. BMCCB says, I too quit drinking, mostly between drinks. You see, I appreciate this. And this is what I'm talking about right here. You are owning it. You are owning it. And I think you deserve a lot of respect, because how many people can say that they have quit drinking in between drinks? That's respectable. I mean, I got to say, man, big shout out to you, because it takes some willpower to, quit drinking in between drinks. So Ryan approves. Clutch City fan says, Cuba, I'd love to see Jeremy Trump take Cuba. Hail CobraCast. Jeremy isn't gay no more. Hail the 199. Happy Jessica. Fuck that one all up. Peter says, turn around. The back of your neck is cute, Beardo fat. What? Hill Rep says, Jeremy saved me money last night. I wasn't going to point it out. I wasn't going to point this out, but I do deserve credit. So here's how the process goes. Because I respect my viewers so much. And Charlie Kirk actually told me this the last time we talked. Charlie Kirk says, sometimes you need to save your chat money. So take a night off and save your chat money. It's the last thing Charlie ever said to me. Last thing he ever said to me. So I thought about that. I was like, you know what? I'm going to save my chat money. I respect them so much. Zinny Biscuit says, you're interrupting the Derby. I'm so sorry, Zinny. I'm so sorry. Jeremy is so kind. Yes. East Coast Toasty Boy says 500 kicks is $8, just for reference. Noted. I have the kick chat right here. I have the YouTube chat here. I have the Rumble chat here. All chats are represented because representation matters. Okay. You finally got some sleep. I did get some sleep. Piano Dean says, is it hypocritical to be against wearing fur? Then you walk around town in a top hat made out of coxcomb? Then I guess I'm a big old hypocrite. Okay. Jason says, thoughts on Daily Wire laying off half their staff. Let's talk about that. So that was going around, and I don't know how true it is. But there is reports that the Daily Wire has laid off a bunch of people. I mean, it probably is. The Daily Wire has reportedly laid off a significant share of its employees during financial difficulties and declining audience retention. So is this true or not? I don't know. Now, I know that there's this whole narrative about Ben Shapiro is losing, subscribers and viewership is down and all that, which it is. But there's a lot of context and nuance that kind of goes with that the internet doesn't really care about. And so speaking of our good buddy, the Quartering, I saw he made a video on this topic. And it was very interesting that the Quartering was very, very adamant about giving context to Ben Shapiro losing viewership and subscribers. He added a lot of context to that. He didn't add that context when he was talking about me and Gary and Drinker. He didn't add any of that context at all, because the point he was making was to justify why his channel is dying. So he tried to pull me and Gary and Drinker into it. He didn't want to give me context, but he gave a lot of context to little Ben Shapiro. So I'm not really sure what's going on with the Daily Wire. They probably, through their political boom, they probably overhired people, I would imagine. They did this whole thing where they were trying to get into the movie business. And I think that the biggest thing that has hurt the Daily Wire, not knowing any inside information, the biggest thing that's hurt the Daily Wire is probably the Pendragon cycle, because they put a ton of money into that. And I do not believe that they got a good ROI, return on investment. I do not believe that at all. That probably is the most significant problem that they are facing as a company. And then you add other things to it, like Ben Shapiro's declining viewership and all of that. But I think that Pendragon cycle is probably the biggest thing that hurt them. Now, I will say, and I'm not throwing shade or anything like that. They did reach out to me to review the Pendragon cycle. I wasn't really interested in that. So I don't know if I didn't even take it far enough to find out if they were offering money or whatever, but I wasn't going to review a fucking TV show for money. It's never going to be the case for me. So they did reach out to me. I'm sure they reached out to other people, because I'm not even remotely close to being the biggest person in the space. So if they reached out to me, they clearly reached out to a lot of other people, because they were desperate to try and get that project off the ground. I don't know if it's good. I haven't watched it. I supported the Daily Wire just like I supported Tucker Carlson and others when, they were doing good things. I canceled my Daily Wire subscription when they went into business for DeSantis during the 2024 election. And I specifically, when I gave them my reasoning for canceling, I just said Trump 2024. That's all I said. So I don't really know what's going on with them, but they seem to be in a weird spot right now. And if you go back to the peak of the Daily Wire with Jeremy's Razors and, hiring Gina Carano and, Candace Owens doing her Black Lives Matter documentary and What is a Woman from Matt Walsh, they really have fumbled since then. They really have. So I don't know. Like, is Jeremy boring? Is he even part of the Daily Wire anymore? Has he completely detached from the company? I really didn't even know if he's connected at all. I know he stepped away as the CEO, but is he even connected to them? Not sure. But it does seem like they are definitely in decline. So I think he left. Yeah, I think he's a silent partner. That probably makes sense, Lady Aaron D. He probably is just like a silent partner. But yeah, at this point in time, the Daily Wire seems to be struggling big time. So we shall see what happens. But they did it to themselves. They have no one to blame but themselves. They had everything going for them. Ben Shapiro has essentially told his audience of millions and millions of people that if you're not Israel first, I don't care about your opinion. That is what he has said. He has made it very clear that if you're not Israel first, I don't want your opinion. If you're not Israel first, you're anti-Semitic. That is the messaging. I'm not saying he literally said that, but that is the message that he has put out there. And because of that, he has alienated a lot of people. No one cares about what Ben Shapiro thinks anymore, generally speaking, and it's their own fault. You went in business for DeSantis. You've gone all Israel first, and all of that goodwill that you had built up, you've essentially just pissed it all away. So there you have it. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Horror Amarada says you've defended him and occasionally others that have been under fire. You're loyal occasionally to a fault, but it's one of the qualities that make your tardation bearable. Well, I appreciate that. I listen, if that's one thing, like if you go back to when the Kino Casino was covering me talking about the quartering, with my criticisms. And in those videos when I was still criticizing quartering for coming after me, I kept saying like, he's a good dude. And they kept interrupting me like, he's not a good dude. They were right. I was wrong. I 100%. Like, there's no other way to spin that. Like, Kino Casino was right. I was wrong. He was not a good dude. He pretended to be a good dude. And he worked with this illusion of manipulating the algorithm and then pretending that he cared about other creators. But all the while, it was because he cared about himself and he cared about what he could get out of it for him, all while looking down on other creators. And he truly does judge you on the amount of followers you have in your internet clout. That's all that matters to him. Internet clout and followers. And that's why my last message to him was because he unblocked me and followed up after I told him to call me. And he sent me all this stupid shit about like, this is what these people are doing to me. My response to him was simply, I tried. You don't care what I have to say. Maybe you'll listen to Asmongold. And that's it. And my point, the reason I brought Asmongold into it is because Asmon is the top of the food chain. And that's probably one of the only people that the quartering will actually listen to, because quartering thinks everybody beneath him, he should never listen to them. So I was like, all right, maybe you'll listen to Asmon. Ready for 20 says, the funny thing is every time Jeremy rants on women, I smile as I'm pretty darn sure he's surrounded by women. And bye-bye, Melanie. We're now the 10%ers. Oh, we're still the 11%. Don't worry. We're still the 11%. Because this is like months ago that Melanie actually blocked me for doing absolutely nothing. Never said a bad word about her. But anyway, yes, so we're still the 11%. In fact, I think we're 12%. Let's see. Hang on. Let's go to the numbers right now and see. We pull these up because in the last 7 days, we were the 12% female audience. So let's see if that's changed. Click on this. Last 7 days, 12.2% female audience. 12.2. Let's freaking go. See there, representation is important. John freaking Murdoch, who's not part of the 12% female audience. Hail Jeremy, God Emperor, Mage Prime of the 199. Hail IDOTS, happy Jessica. Let's freaking go. Thank you, John. Happy Saturday to you. All right, we got to talk about Tucker Carlson, ladies and gentlemen. Tucker Carlson. Holy shit. I can't believe how bad this is for Tucker. So Tucker Carlson, someone that I fully supported because he was on the MAGA train. Tucker Carlson has completely lost it. it's over for Tucker Carlson. Right here, Tucker claims the words "could be the Antichrist" never left his lips. New York Times shows a clip of him saying exactly that. If you're still defending Tucker Carlson after this, I don't know what you're smoking. I really don't know what you're smoking after this. This is insane.
What I was saying, which is you cannot mock other people's gods and put yourself in their place, period. That is a deal killer for me. That's worse than the war with Iran, in my opinion.
Yeah. But I ask because, you've been talking on your show about whether Trump is the Antichrist.
We're going to go back to what he said in the beginning here in just a minute, but I want to pick more apart of this. But first, hold on. Let's just.
Yeah. But I ask because, you've been talking on your show about whether Trump is the Antichrist.
I have not said that.
On your show, the day after Easter, you noted he did not put his hand on the Bible during his swearing-in ceremony as president. You said, and I'm quoting, maybe he didn't put his hand on the Bible because he affirmatively rejects what's inside that book. And then on a recent show, you went further saying, here's a leader who's mocking the gods of his ancestors, mocking the God of gods, and exalting himself above them. Could this be the Antichrist?
I actually did not say, could this be the Antichrist? Here's a leader who...
Bro! Are you fucking kidding me right now? This is insane.
Christ.
I actually did not say, could this be the Antichrist? Here's a leader who's mocking the gods of his ancestors, mocking the God of gods, and exalting himself above them. Could this be the Antichrist? Well, who knows? I don't know where that comes from, but I know that those words never left my lips because I'm not sure I fully understand what the Antichrist is. If there's just one, I actually tried to understand it. I may have said some are asking that. I'm not weighing in on that because I don't understand it. And just to be totally
No, in
clear,
Revelations, obviously,
That is wild. But that is why so many people are done with him. And yeah, man, listen, we just have to understand. We were so hyper-focused on getting Trump elected that many of us, me included, and I know how the internet operates. I know everybody's going to be like, oh, I never liked Tucker. Okay, yeah, well, everybody, generally speaking, was on the Tucker train when Tucker was at the peak of MAGA. Everybody was, and I was too. And I'm not going to deny that. But so many people jumped on the Trump train so late in the game. And because, and I'm not saying we were wrong for that at all, because at the end of the day, we had to get Trump back in office. It had to happen. So anybody with any significant following that was going to support Trump, we embraced them 100% because we had to get Trump back. We could not have Kamala Harris in office. I'm sorry. So I'm not even retroactively saying it was a wrong thing. But the bottom line is Donald Trump is now, for positive and for negative reactions, he is the gravy train for so many people. And I've talked about this recently. There are a ton of people that are faking their hate for Donald Trump because it pays good. And there are a ton of people that are faking their love for Donald Trump because it pays good. And it is happening at a rate that I don't think we fully understand. I know I don't fully understand it. But there are so many people out there that are just completely fake. And Tucker Carlson is proving to be at the top of the food chain for that. Now, you can look back and you're like, oh, it should have been obvious the whole time, because we do know that Tucker Carlson had leaked text messages where he was, when he was at Fox, where he said straight up that he hates Donald Trump and that we need to get rid of Trump. We need him out of our life. We're sick of him, yada, yada, yada. And we knew that even when he was on the pro MAGA side of things. But I mean, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt as much as I can until I've just been proven completely to the point where I just can't anymore. I try to see as much good as I can in people when, you know, they are supportive of what will help this country. But Tucker, to me, he's completely cannot be redeemed at this point. There's too many times now where he's done this, and now he's sitting there like, you don't say that Donald Trump is the Antichrist, only to then a few weeks later claim, I didn't say that. You're like, what? You literally, how can you forget that? You don't just forget something like that. You're lying about this, straight up lying. It's insane. Now, what's interesting here, and I'll have to ask a question to the chat, but this point right here, listen.
I was saying, which is you cannot mock other people's gods.
You cannot mock other people's gods.
And put yourself in their place, period. That is a deal killer for me. That's
deal killer, okay? That's a deal killer for him, okay? I'm asking the chat, has Alex Jones ever mocked any other religion? Yes or no? It's a simple yes or no. Has Alex Jones ever mocked any other religion out there? I already know the answer, but I'm just asking that question to all of you. Of course he has. Of course he has. Tucker Carlson loves Alex Jones. Tucker Carlson said it's a deal killer for anybody to mock any other religion and God. Oh my gosh. I mean, seriously, this dude is a clown. That's the correct answer, last Boy Scout. Who doesn't? That is the correct answer right there. Who doesn't? Like, it happens. I've told the story many times. All right? I've told the story many times. Back in the day, retail story. Back in the day when I was working retail, and I was the grocery manager, so I ran the stock crew. And overnight stock crew. I have to paint this picture every time, but overnight stock crew, you're dealing with people that, like, it's the third shift, man. It's overnight. Nobody wants to be there. Nobody wants to be there third shift, but we're there. We got a job to do. So how is it typically when a bunch of dudes have a job to do? What do we typically do? We typically insult each other and talk a lot of shit, especially when there's no customers in the store. So it's usually a lot of offensive stuff. And we had a Patel there working for us. And every night we're, working, through all of the stock, and we're just insulting each other, calling each other gay and making all these references, things I can't repeat on YouTube. And every night I would notice old Patel's over there, and he's just standing there like he got nothing to say. And I told the guys, I was like, guys, hey, we got to get Patel involved. Okay. We got to get Patel involved. Like, how would we feel if we were over somewhere we didn't understand the language or whatever? Feel a little left out. We got to teach him how to insult. So I'm like, hey, listen, come here, man. I got to have a talk with you. Okay, listen. Every night we're talking shit. You're over there and you're just standing there. I was like, you got to start insulting us. I don't care what you say, but you've got to insult. You've got to say something. Just come in here and go, yo, F off, bitches. This is Allah country now. Just talk some shit. Say whatever you need to say. And, talk bad about trailer parks, or say I hooked up with my sister, or I'm inbred, or whatever. Say something racist. And he's like, oh, yeah, he's getting it. He's understanding it, And I was like, and hey, for instance, you say something racist to me, and then say one night you have to leave early, and I'm going to be like, what do you have to do? Go learn how to fly an airplane? Like, what the fuck you got to do in America? What do you have to do in America? You got to go plant some bombs somewhere? What the fuck are we doing here? Why do you have to leave early? And by the way, why are gas prices so high? And why is every person that runs a fucking hotel a Patel? How the fuck does that work? And he just so he starts talking mad shit with us, because this is how the world operates. So for Tucker Carlson to sit there and pretend to be offended over a joke, fuck off, Tucker Carlson. That is how people operate. We like to laugh, we like to joke, and we like to meme. That is how the world, especially here in this country, operates. So miss me with your pearl clutching bullshit, okay? Anyway, that's the latest with Tucker Carlson, and it's absolutely insane. And he's getting roasted, rightfully so, for this. Isn't Tucker a trust fund baby? I mean, I've heard reports of that. I've heard people that know Tucker very well make that, statement. I'm assuming he is, but yeah, this dude is so loaded. And I've heard people say, I can't remember who it was. Somebody was talking about Tucker. I think it was Tim Pool. And Tim Pool was saying, well, there's no way Tucker would be. And again, I will apologize if it wasn't Tim. I'm not certain it was Tim, but it was somebody in this kind of sphere, this right-wing sphere. And they were talking about Tucker, and they were like, I don't think Tucker's getting paid by Qatar to say the things he's saying because Tucker is loaded. He doesn't need the money. I'm not sure you know how rich people work, but rich people can never have enough money. That is not how being rich works. Imagine somebody thinking somebody is so rich, they don't need money. What? That is not how a rich person operates at all. So not even close. Insane. But that's the latest on Tucker Carlson. And he's looking pretty bad right now. And people are roasting him, rightfully so. Jason, I got that one. Ehab says, we may not be stupid, but there's clearly something wrong with us. That we're here. How else do you explain Beardo? I agree with this. I agree with this. Let's see. Patriotic Eagle says, I just wanted to share. I ratioed Senator Elizabeth Warren on X over the whole Spirit Airlines thing. I feel like a true IDOT. Hail Trump. That's awesome. Let's freaking go. Always a good day when you can ratio Pocahontas. JDT says soft block tax. Cobra Commander says, you know how THX has the catchphrase, the audience is listening? CobraCast, the audience is respected, with the 199 fade in. Same font as THX. I like that. The audience is respected around here. That is the name of the game. Thank you, Cobra Commander. Maximus American says, last time I talked to Charlie Kirk, he told me to support your dying channel and to tell you that you're a fig. This sounds like Charlie, man. I mean, of all my conversations with Charlie, this sounds exactly like him. So I imagine he probably did say that. Michael Williams says for 10 says he is a wannabe good dude, playing a good dude, pretending to be a good dude. Hail the 199. That is very accurate. Cobra Commander for 10 says Tucker has been promised a seat at the table. The Dems, when they come to power, will invoke the Ministry of Truth, and only the news people that approved of will be in the CCP DNC Big Red Hall. That is not a bad theory at all. Why else would Tucker be doing what he's doing? So that's actually very, very accurate. And again, when you hear him talk like that, we bring up our boy Amy here, who does the best Tucker Carlson ever, and you hear Tucker in that, and then you hear Tucker here, and you really can't tell the difference at all. Let me find it right here. Here we go.
And we're told all these things about Sharia law. We should be afraid of it for some reason. And, you have people saying I'm a secret Muslim. I'm not, obviously. But, any country where people bow 5 times a day to God.
Not this again? Oh, I'm going to play it now. I'm going to play it for an hour now because you said that.
That's a country I'd want to live in.
Really? You would?
I'd want to be in that country.
Living under Sharia law?
We should all be doing that. We should all be bowing 5 times a day to God. Hello? Any country where people who leave the religion are considered apostates and are killed, face the death penalty, that's a country I'd want to be in.
Really?
That's a country I'd want to live in.
Why?
Sure, because it's full of religious people, and that's a good thing.
Well, I mean, it depends on
any country that throws acid on women's faces or has honor killings if a woman gets raped, where you killed a woman. I mean, that's a country I'd want to be a part of. That's a country I'd want to live in.
Whoa, why?
Because honor is important. We don't have honor here. It's gone. It's basically gone. It's like, if you look across the West at all these various Western countries, there's no honor. There's no pride. They're desolate.
In the West?
Anyone who gets attacked violently for drawing a cartoon or a picture, that's a country I'd want to live in.
A place where cartoonists get attacked?
Well, I hate cartoons. I hate them. I really do. I hate them.
Cartoons? Why?
They're destroying our children. Like, like obviously. And any country or culture that punishes blasphemers, I'd want to be a part of that. Any country that issues a fatwa against Salman Rushdie, for example, and someone actually tries to carry that out.
You support that?
I mean, have you read his book? It was like boring. It was like very boring, like very, very painfully boring. It was like painful. I appreciate a country with standards. I'm sorry, not going to apologize for that.
Wow.
And I'm not Muslim at all. Like I'm not Muslim. I'm a Christian. And
so how do you feel having to pay the special jizya tax as a Christian under Sharia law?
I wouldn't mind paying a jizya tax at all. Like at all. That's patriotic. Okay.
Wait, so you object to your tax dollars going to fund America's foreign wars as a Christian?
Yes.
But you're okay with being taxed in an Islamic state under Sharia law for simply being a Christian?
Exactly.
Got it. All right. Lastly, what are your thoughts on Ben Shapiro's criticism of you?
That's disgusting. It's shameful.
And who are your least favorite people?
Christian Zionists. They're some of the worst people, like some of the worst, most evil people on the planet. I really believe that I do. And I hate them.
Really? Why do you hate Christian Zionists?
Because they're radical extremists. I mean, they are.
You consider them radical extremists?
Same with Chabad. I mean,
wait, why do you have an issue with Chabad?
Because they're imposing their religion on all of us. And I reject that. Anyone imposing their religious beliefs on other people, I just reject that. I do. I just reject that. Totally.
You do.
And I say this, and I'm not a Muslim, obviously. I'm not a Muslim, like at all. Like I'm definitely not a Muslim. I'm a Christian.
But you feel like you've been lied to about Sharia law.
Yes.
Are we being lied to by you?
Maybe. I don't know.
You don't know?
Excuse me. Gotta go.
And Ladybug just sent me this one right here. This is him with his Megyn Kelly impersonation.
Okay, are we rolling? 30 seconds?
Yep.
Shit.
Dude, him as Megyn Kelly pretending to cuss, getting like, because you can tell whenever she does say like fuck or shit in her video, it feels so performative. It feels like she's been practicing for like 10 minutes. It's so good. It's so good.
Shit. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. Shit. Shut the up. Shut the up. Shut the up. Her and I have only gotten closer. Her and I have only gotten closer. I'd rather die. Okay, we ready?
We are rolling.
Shit. Hey, everyone, welcome back. When is the president going to stop with his ridiculous language? Okay.
Love to see it right there. Good stuff. I like this one. Salvatore says, soon you'll be selling the 199's female shirts. Uh-oh. You hear that, ladies? The 199 is female. I don't know if we can go that far. We'll see. Jimmy Ray says, immediately after interviewing Fuentes, Tucker and Candace each adopted his rhetoric. Did he recruit them? I'm just asking questions. Just asking questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. But the crowd that likes to ask questions gets really offended when you ask questions. Lydium X Game says, finally got you live for a change. Currently working on my TTRPG or tabletop RPG project published. Hail to the grifter in chief. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jess says, if you ever do that, I will quit. Southeastern Kaiju says, can't see Little Ben without thinking of Kyle Dunnigan's Benifer. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure says, Daily Wire's mistake was trying to make conservative content instead of focusing on just making entertaining content. No different than the leftists. Honestly, this is the most accurate statement about the Daily Wire. I agree with you 100%, Garfield's Bizarre Adventure. When the Daily Wire leaned into more conservative content and it became, you immediately are, again, just like Hollywood, you're immediately getting rid of 50% of the audience. Just make content. Just make content that's entertaining, that anybody can watch. You know, like for all of the, like all these people that criticize, you know, me and Gary and Ryan and all of our takes about entertainment, none of us have ever asked for conservative content. None of us. We have asked for content that is for everyone. That's the content that we grew up on. That's the movies. That's the TV shows. That's the video games. Content that's made for, and when I mean everyone, like what I'm saying is no political agenda. Like there's layers to this. So like, let's say you're coming out with a brand new IP. Okay. Brand new IP. You need something that's going to reach as many people as possible. Okay. Now, once you've established that fan base, then you need to focus on making things for that fan base once you've established it. But when you're just making new content, then it needs to be casting the widest net possible. Once you've cultivated the fan base with that content, then future iterations need to be made not specifically for the fans, but the focus needs to be for the fans. Doesn't mean that you can't make it accessible for other people as well, but the core value of it needs to be for the fans. Simple as that. So, the last Boy Scout becomes a new member. Thank you. Appreciate that. Cobra Commander for 20 says, you ever heard of America, the miniseries? It's about the Soviet takeover of the United States and the government allowed to happen without a shot fired. A little dry, but eerie and timely. It's been buried, but you can find it on YouTube. I don't know if I'm familiar with that or not. How old is it? Because it could have been something I saw a long time ago. But I don't think I'm familiar with that. Not off the top of my head. So I will have to check that out, especially if I can find it on YouTube. That would be cool. But thank you for the 20 and all the support. I appreciate it. Mudkip says 12.2%. Am I going to have to start wearing pants? Yes, Mudkips. McCock says that not a meme did get into an accident. Hey, what up, 12.2%? How you doing? Look at that, McCock. Well, first of all, hope you're doing well, man. Motorcycle accidents are no joke. So I hope you're doing well. And honestly, McCock, 39-year-old series. Okay, noted. McCock, this is just between me and you. I'm telling you this. I don't want anyone else in the audience to hear this. Okay, so don't repeat what I'm saying. Okay. Just lean into the motorcycle accident and the 12.2% might respond. Totally lean into it. Don't tell them I told you this, okay? But totally lean into it and get total sympathy, all right? It'll work, all right? Don't tell them I told you that, all right? Prayers up for McCock. He was in a terrible motorcycle accident. Wink, wink, ladies. Could really use some support and some positive feedback from the 12.2%. So there you go, McCock. All right. Don't tell him I told you that, though. Marmillan on Rumble for $20 and says double it. Stream chat grift tax was off playing NTE. All good, brother. I didn't even know if I was going to go live today, like I said. And Marmillan, I was thinking about you and John and Scully and Zwanny and all the people, okay? Nandy. I was like, I'm going to save them money because I'm a good streamer, okay? I care about the audience. So there you have it. But thank you, McCock and Marmillan. Southeastern Kaiju says, Tucker has been MK Ultra to change my mind. John says, such a disappointment and sellout. Me or Tucker? Let's see. Mrs. How do you say your name? Says, I don't always catch the live streams, but I've been here since the beginning of CobraCast. Hail to the most entertaining fig on the internet. 12%, baby. Dude, the ladies are passionate about getting these numbers up. I'm just saying, like, dude, where's the dudes at? Come on, man. The male audience, you guys aren't passionate about this? Like, come on. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. From the beginning of CobraCast. Monotony says, the last thing Charlie Kirk ever said to me is that we all have the ability to change the world by simply peeing two different things. Sounds like something Charlie would say. Let's see. Karang says, once CIA, always CIA tax. Zinny Biscuit says, history was just made. The first woman trainer has won the Kentucky Derby. Congratulations to Golden Tempo at 23-1. Well done. Thank you, Zinny Biscuit. Little Jim Sailor says, I step on a Lego for this. I step on a Lego. This is for the 12%. Ladies, there's a lot of the guys are suffering in the chat and they're going to need some sympathy. Okay. John Jones says, I just got out of Michael. Freaking fantastic. Yes, dude. So I don't know if this is true or not. I was trying to do a little bit of research on this. I saw a video hit my feed. Hurry up, YouTube. I saw a video hit my feed and I don't know if this is the last appearance like on stage in front of an audience from Michael Jackson. But this is like 2006, okay? This man has it's unmatched stardom, dude. There's never going to be anybody. But I know he did some stuff for This Is It, but like in terms of an actual audience, this might be the last time Michael Jackson showed up. Look at the reaction to this shit, dude. Like this dude, it's crazy. This is 2006. Out yet. He's about to walk out, so he hasn't walked out yet. Now watch these people freak the fuck out. I got to keep muting it a little bit because it's very loud, but this dude, and here's what's awesome. Watch what he reaches for in the audience. Not Beatles level. Get the fuck out of here. Michael Jackson destroys the Beatles, okay? Ain't nobody touching Jackson. Nobody. Right here. Watch what MJ reaches for. Watch what he reaches for. American flag, baby. Look at that. He knew. That's dangerous. All right. That's dangerous, Mike. Can you imagine the fight for that jacket? Good Lord. Absolutely insane. But yeah, so again, I don't know if this is his last appearance in front of a live audience outside of like the This Is It, like testing and stuff. But this hit my feed and I was just like, man, this dude had unmatched stardom. Absolutely crazy. And think about this. This is his level of impact with the propaganda machine working against him in full effect, and he still had this much power. Think about if they never tried to destroy him. Think about how powerful he would have been. Absolutely insane. So, anyway, that super chat led me down that rabbit hole there. But anyway, I'm glad you liked it. It's a great movie. I'm loving it. Is Gary in the chat? What's up, Gary? But yeah, it's a great movie. I'm glad you liked it, man. Go to Criticlist and review it. What's our review up to on Criticlist now? Let's see. Right now on Criticlist, if you have not signed up, Criticlist, for those that don't know, is a Rotten Tomatoes alternative that Geeks and Gamers is involved in. And Michael has 143 votes, and it has an average score of 88 out of 100. Damn, that's very, very high for Criticlist. So there you have it right there. That's good stuff. So people are loving it. And you can follow me. Don't follow Epic Mike. Don't follow Beardo. Follow me because I am the only person worth following. Okay, so you go over there and follow me. And I am still the most followed person on the entire platform outside of Blaine, who owns the damn thing. And Gary will probably pass me if he'll ever start doing fucking reviews over there. He's done one review and he already got 500 followers out of that shit. So, but anyway, mods will drop links. You guys can go check that out. Zenny Biscuit says the Ortiz brothers finished their first and second. Jose won both the Derby, his first, and the Oaks. His brother was second by a head on Renegade. Zenny Biscuit is very excited. Do you watch NASCAR, Zenny Biscuit? I know you're into like Formula One and all that. Do you watch NASCAR? Curious about that. Phil McCracken says, what is his profile picture? That's the first time I've seen that profile. Drunk 3PO, what's up, Drunk 3PO? I want to keep to where the women's first questions here, and what sandwich do I want? Thank you, Phil. The flaggering is absolutely amazing. Holy shit, that's good. Shit, that was funny. Master of None, you said, oh no. Master of None just sent this to me. Oh no, we've got a female IDOT. Master of None. Oh my goodness. I'm seeing merch opportunities galore right there. All right. Merch opportunity right there. G&G went woke. Bro. I knew it. I knew these comments were, I knew it. I knew these comments were to follow. Let's get Sydney Sweeney in this cosplay, says Josiah Rises. Oh, G&G's gone woke. It's over with. Jeremy's turning into Bob Iger. Let's see here. Cobra Commander says America is from 86, has Sam Neill in it. Search America with a K. The best part is the flashbacks of old news footage on how politicians all surrendered. It's really eerie, but a bit long. Okay. Noted, man. I appreciate that. I will check that out. Thank you for the information. Next up on the agenda, there's Nandy. I knew Nandy was going to show up sooner or later. I'll get to you in just a second, Nandy. Appreciate you for being here. I want to remind everyone, okay? I want to remind everyone, and thanks to our good buddy, Maze Moore, late night hosts were so giddy and celebratory after Trump was banned from social media. They absolutely love censorship until someone accusing one of them of crossing the line. Then they become supporters of free speech. This is the evil media that you are dealing with. Never forget, this was their reaction when Trump was banned from social media.
Trump has been suspended from Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and even Snapchat. But don't worry, Mr. President, there are still plenty of apps you do have access to. You still have Spotify to drown out the sound of millions of people cheering as you leave. Google, Apple, and Amazon removed the Parler app from their platforms. Parler is where all the right-wingers gather to post QAnon nonsense and misspell the word parlor.
And we all know what happened to Parler when they started to direct all their attention to that. All of these people, all of these free speech warriors suddenly all were supportive of Parler being taken down.
Trumpers are complaining bitterly that they're being silenced. In fact, they won't shut up about being silenced.
I love having Donald Trump off Twitter, not to mention all the other toxic racists and conspiracy theorists that have been booted off.
Oh, damn. A lifetime Twitter ban has got a sting. They took away his precious Twitter.
Lifetime, you say? Lifetime, you say there, Stephen Colbert?
Isn't the only social media site that wants nothing to do with our president. He's also been banned or restricted from a bevy of other platforms, including Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Reddit, and even Twitch. What are you waiting for, Pornhub? It's not a coincidence. It's a consequence. I know it's hard for you to recognize it because you've never faced one before.
Lifetime ban. Trump's basically the Pete Rose of social media. Right now, Trump's phone is stuffed into a pile of rice after being drenched with tears. In addition to Twitter, Trump has been banned or restricted from Apple, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Google, Amazon, Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube, Reddit, Twitch, Stripe, Discord, and Shopify. Trump started this year thinking he should be on Mount Rushmore. Now he can't even get on Instagram.
How have our lives changed since Trump has been banned from Twitter? Well, I thought we'd take a quick look outside and see, has the world changed since our president has been banned from Twitter? Let's just look outside and see what's going on.
They're all on the same team. By the way, like Stephen Colbert mentioned Pornhub. And I saw an interesting video on that site the other day. Not that I go to it, but this is dedicated to Stephen Colbert. This is a video that we all watched, though. I'm sure you've seen it. This video right here. Did you guys watch this video? It aired from 2020 to 2024. And it's a terrible video. It's a horrible video. I would never recommend anyone to go back and watch this. But this is truly one of the most diabolical videos ever uploaded to the internet. And it is a horror story. It's absolutely horrible. It's really, really terrible. And I would not recommend anyone go and check this one out because it's really bad. So just proceed with caution if you do watch it, but it's not something you are going to want to revisit. So there you go with that one.
I like it.
Elon Musk is in the middle of purchasing Twitter. Well, today, Musk said that one of the first things he would do after the acquisition goes through is lift the permanent Twitter ban on Donald Trump. I tell you what, banning Trump was like one of the few kind of almost good things Twitter's done in like a decade. Is that Donald Trump is a scam account. It's all a scam. All of it's a scam.
God, I hate these people, dude. I despise each and every one of them. And on top of that, Elon Musk was mentioned. And so I think it's interesting. Maybe this is an old clip because a lot of that stuff gets regurgitated on Twitter. But I've never heard this from Mark Cuban. So speaking of Elon Musk, let's listen to this from Mark Cuban.
I don't dislike Elon, but he says some stupid shit. And it's just like, I have no problem calling him out.
Yeah.
And he's thin-skinned, right? And so, like, I'll tell you my one little Elon story, right? So I didn't get to know him, but
They always make them, like, why do you make Elon sound cool? Because that's what Mark Cuban does right here.
Helped him with something or tried to help him. And so I had his number and I texted him a couple of times, like he had a kid. And I'm like, congrats on your 97th kid. And he texted me back, Mars needs kids, right? Mars needs people. And I'm like, that's funny as shit, right? And so one day I had a Tesla and I said something about it. And he just sends me a text with the article saying, fuck you. That's it.
Telling this story only makes me like Elon more. That's all you're doing is making me like Elon more.
Mars needs kids, right? Mars needs people. And I'm like, that's funny as shit, right? And so one day I had a Tesla and I said something about it. And he just sends me a text with the article saying, fuck you. That's it. Just fuck you. And I was like, okay. I mean, it was the truth, right? Fuck you. I'm like, okay, so that's
a text with the article that what?
That I said something that wasn't totally positive about Tesla.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, right. So that's what the article was about.
Right. So he was just like, fuck you. I'm like, okay. And then it was nothing, no big deal. I don't care one way or the other. And then we buy.
You sound like you care. You sound very much like you care, Mark. Okay. And again, let's be very clear. Much like I have determined and many others, I'm not the only one, that we've determined that Candace Owens truly wants to be Erica Kirk. That's why she goes after Erica Kirk, because she wants to be Erica Kirk. Mark Cuban is jealous of Elon. Mark Cuban wants to be Elon Musk. Mark Cuban wants to be the guy that everybody looks at as the guy that is impacting and changing the world, because that is the narrative surrounding Elon Musk. And regardless of, like, I know there's people out there that criticize Elon and all this. We know that in 100 years from now, Elon Musk will be remembered in a very positive way. Elon Musk is doing things right now that will last for the rest of time. His name, he will be remembered for changing humanity. And Mark Cuban desperately wants to be that, and he will never be that. It's also jealousy on the Trump side from Mark Cuban, because as we know, Mark Cuban, billionaire, Trump, billionaire, Mark Cuban, reality TV star, Donald Trump, reality TV star. But Mark Cuban couldn't break through to that next level like Trump did. Very jealous of Trump and Elon, 100%.
Twitter, right? And then he starts getting real political, right?
Yeah.
And so not a lot of people are going to stand up to him. And I'm like, fuck it, I don't care, right? So he's called me racist. He's called me, poop emoji multiple times. He calls me all these names. And so like that, to me, that just gives me license to fuck with him even more.
So he's very jealous of Elon, and we can tell that through everything he's saying. And I'm okay with that. 1992 space movie says the prophet Elijah famously mocked Baal on Mount Carmel. So according to Tucker, Elijah is the Antichrist and spitting on Christians. Abigor says, when you get the throne, CobraCast, will you be doing a hooded Cobra Commander Doomcock style? A hooded Cobra Commander cast or a CobraCast? I mean, I have the helmet. I have the Chrome Dome, metal-faced Cobra Commander helmet. But I prefer Chrome Dome over the hooded Cobra Commander, but I like both of them. I have they're both equally awesome. So, but I like Chrome Dome a little more. Under Armour says, just got home from seeing Michael, and I thought it was really good. Hell yeah. That's awesome, man. I'm so happy people are enjoying it. Nandy for 50 says, per Tuesday TV, IRGC submitted a final offer to the U.S. Also, I love how Trump put out the order to either 5,000 troops from Germany. Fuck around, find out, Europe. The Don don't mess around. He don't mess around. And thank you, Nandy. And on that point, Nandy just reminded me to show everyone this. Trump posted this, and he triggered all the right people, but Trump posted this to True Social. And he says, I have all the cards, and it's wild cards. I cannot emphasize this enough. Donald Trump loves that people think he's crazy. He thrives off of it. He wants people to think that he is unhinged and crazy. He wants them to think, what is this guy capable of? This guy's capable of anything. He loves that, and he leans into that. And so, to Nandy's point, the Don don't mess around, okay? He simply doesn't. And he's putting this out there as a message to let people know, I'm unpredictable. Don't fuck with me. And it's fantastic. I love it so much. Over on Rumble says, Marmillan says, Trans Girly would 100% tribute to that IDOT merch. So be prepared for that. That is true. The Comics Dad, did I miss this one earlier? Oh, you rated the stream, the Comics Dad. Thank you. I didn't see that one earlier, brother. Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Miniature Vaughn Thing says, did you see Asman got audited by Caleb Hammer? He told Asman that he hoards too much money and he should spend $2 million a year on himself for fun. It's so freaking funny. I saw a little bit of that. But yeah, it's crazy, man. The Asman Gold stuff, how much money he makes. Speaking of making money, Scully, holy crap. For $500. Holy shit. Hail chat. Hope all is well with everyone on this Saturday. Missed some streams, so making up for this. I love the chat. The laughs help me get through the week. Scully, I have to show you this if you're just tuning in, because the 12% female audience, you guys now have your own female IDOT being created. So there you have it. My goodness. That's absolutely insane. So G&G has gone completely woke. We are race gender swapping. No, we're not. We're just gender swapping. We're not making it a black female. I'm sorry. We're not going that far. So that is crazy, Scully. Thank you so much. Hunter Biden's burner account says G&G burner account. You think I would send myself $500 fucking dollars? Scully says, oh my gosh, this is great. Yes. Master of None made that one. So thank you, Master of None, for making that. Let me show your account, because I think you do a lot of the G&G memes over there, don't you? Let's see right here. Right here. Yeah. So Master of None does a lot of the G&G memes. So good stuff right there. There's the I.Clown199. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. So go check out Master of None if you guys have not. And again, thank you, Scully. Holy crap. $500. You know what? It's time to celebrate.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and they got go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
You know what? More JD Advanced.
Hey, America! Daddy's got a new toy? I'm about to show you what peak male performance looks like. Let's go! Please and thank you! That counts! Let's go again! Who put that there? Nailed it! Woo!
JD, like, listen, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I should charge for what I'm going to say, but I'm not going to. All right. I'm just going to offer some very, very solid advice to the quartering. Dress up like JD Advance and apologize for every fucking thing you've done. Apologize to the casino, apologize to Yellow Flash, apologize to every channel that's been struck, apologize to your audience, apologize for bringing Charlie Kirk into your bullshit, apologize for bringing your Christianity into it as a shield, and maybe, just maybe, you can start the healing process. Apologize to Camelot. You know? Exactly, Dan. Exactly. That can heal the universe. Pink socks and all. All right? Pink socks and all. You do that, I'm not going to say that it's over. I'm saying that the healing process can begin at that point in time. It can begin. Scully, again, thank you so much. That insane super chat. Unbelievable. We did get the Trump speech. We're not going to watch all of it, but there were some highlights to his speech the other day that I wanted to show everyone. I wish, and I haven't seen the speech in its entirety. By the way, you know what? Hang on. Big shout out for the cameraman doing his job, okay? Just want to show everybody this right here. Cameraman was dialed, all right? Cameraman knew the assignment, okay? Just watch.
Whichever way it stacks up, though, the drop that he done at the winter was not what we were expecting.
Cameraman knew the assignment, all right? He completely forgot about the people he was recording. Look. This is how guys are, all right? This is just how men are, all right? This is just how it works. One more time. Oh, that's good stuff right there, man. I love the internet. That's great. Good stuff. All right. So, I've got a couple of these clips from President Trump. Now, I want to bring something up, but I don't want the ladies to get too excited, okay? I want the ladies to be very calm. But what you are about to see is peak male performance. Calm down, ladies. This is not photoshopped. I know you're going to say it's photoshopped. You're going to say there's no human that can have this type of physique. I'm just telling you, this is peak male physique. President Trump today, Palm Beach Golf Club, shredded, ripped, 6'3", 215 pounds. Could have been the UFC champion, but wanted to make America great again. Okay? An unstoppable force. All right? That is peak performance. Simple as that. Young, vibrant man. I wish I looked like him when I grow up, says Beaky. Okay, I do have to show this. I'm not going to pretend that I know a lot about this story outside of the fact that I guess this guy, Tim Heidecker, is the guy who owns The Onion, maybe. And The Onion has now fully taken over InfoWars. And so this was their parody of Alex Jones. Listen, Alex Jones has done a significant amount of damage to his brand in the last month. The only way to make that go away is to do what this idiot does right here. Okay? So The Onion now apparently owns InfoWars. Okay? So this is their first parody of InfoWars. My God, it's so fucking bad. It's unbelievably bad.
Once more, I did this earlier this morning, but I'm going to sip from the blood of the Forsaken. This is real human blood. You can find this at the InfoWars store. This is a human blood curated from the Forsaken and the sinners.
Good Lord, man. Oh my God. On top of that, the fact that they are using gay font to make fun of InfoWars, that's not making fun of InfoWars, brother. You're basically showing that when you turn things gay, they are cringe. That's all they're doing. That's all you're doing by making his logo gay. You're essentially saying making things gay is funny. Like, you're making fun of gay people. You're making fun of the LGBT community. You're not making fun of InfoWars when you do that, you idiots.
All right, this is pure premium blood, tested, FDA unapproved. And this is just human blood. As part of my satanic ritual, I am a servant to Satan. And thank God I was able to get him and the Lord to sit down and come to their senses and get things back to before Satan was cast into hell. So I'm part of that. I'm part of the peace movement.
Oh my God. This is so
It's thick. It tastes like blood. And this is Satan giving me the powers to continue to fight. And we will continue to fight. And I cheers to you. If you have access to the blood of the Forsaken, and of all the children, this is not blood. These are adult. This is adult blood, by the way. Ain't no question. I made sure of that because I don't want to get in trouble. But this is
it hurt. It physically hurts to watch this. This is so bad. And again, I made you to understand. I'm not even like, I'm really angry with Alex Jones right now with the shit he's been saying the past month. So I'm not here to defend Alex Jones because I'm like supportive of Alex Jones right now. But this is objectively bad. Okay.
This is the blood of the forsaken. It's hot. And it tastes good. It's giving me the power. It's like Sun Tzu said, the victor in battle seeks battle only after the victory has been won. And we will win. We will conquer. Info Warriors forever. You are the Info Warrior. Follow us. Info Wars is a movement and you're on it now. You're on our ship. Come on board.
So essentially what we've learned here is that when you put gay font on a logo, that is the standard for making fun of a logo. We agree. We agree. How many people in the conservative sphere have said, when you do this, this is cringe and no one likes it. So you're essentially taking that logic and applying it to InfoWars to make fun of it, which is exactly what we are always saying. Good Lord, man. So unbelievably bad. Like, it's painful how bad that was, but we had to cover it because people needed to see it. Okay. Simple as that. Good Lord. Okay. Now, I think we need a little bit of positivity. All right. And I think this is going to make everybody happy. Okay. Because what is the number one thing you can do as an individual human being in life? Does anybody know the answer to that? And this is a serious question. What's the number one thing you can do as an individual in life? Be a good parent. At its core, you wipe away everything else. Be a good parent. Good parenting is the number one thing you can do as a human being in this world. Simple as that, okay? So I want to share peak parenting for all of you, okay? I saw this clip and I'm like, this is peak parenting. This is it. When mom leaves the kids with dad. This is peak parenting right here.
He is rapping tonight with the Viper back in the center of the ring. About wearing down.
I hope that I don't get hit for the audio on WWE because WWE may hit me for the audio.
Your opponent.
So I'll mute it right here. But look at this, man. This is what it's all about right here. Choke slam. I like how he did the Undertaker out of the water. So he's Undertaker. Look at this. Boom. So good. Spear into the water. Let's go. That's freaking great, man. And pedigree. I saw this clip. I was like, this is what it's all about right here, man. This is perfect. And boom. Yep. So anyway, a little bit of positivity there. But yes, parenting, number one job that you can do as a human being on this planet. Be a good parent, raise your kids right, leave a good legacy behind. That's pretty much all you can do. I mean, obviously you can go beyond that, but at its core, that's pretty much the most important job. Okay. Now, President Trump had his, what is this right here? Oh, I did like this one. Okay. So Trump explains why he hasn't gotten a dog. So this wasn't last night, but President Trump, you know, like the optics are when you become president, you need to get a dog so you can connect with everyday Americans. You can let them know that you know, America loves dogs. So we have to get a dog. And President Trump really rejects the idea of pandering for the sake of pandering.
You know, they all wanted me to buy a dog when I went to the White House. They said, sir, you'll be the first president in 68 years or something that doesn't have a dog. I said, it's not going to work for me. No, they like pictures of like Biden walking his dog, all that, but his dog was a vicious dog, kept biting our Secret Service. No, we had 28 bite problems, 28. This was a violent dog. That's not a dog.
He turns the dog narrative into an anti-Biden take. This man is a Jedi master, okay? Turns this into like, I'm just going to use this to attack Biden.
But for 60 years, I guess, even longer, every president's had a dog because they do it for votes. Some of them do it because they love the dog. Probably most of them do it for votes. And I thought it would look quite fake. Like the fake news, it was quite fake. Can you imagine? Donald Trump has purchased a lovely, lovely little poodle. And he walks him religiously every day on the White House grounds as he's inspecting the ballroom that's going up. They walk deep down into a foundation that's going down to China. There's a lot of stuff going on in that foundation, let me tell you. A friend of mine said, boy, that's the deepest foundation I've ever seen for a ballroom. I said, yeah, a lot of things happening there.
Only Trump, man. Only Trump. Absolutely hilarious. Now, Trump yesterday made some comments, and one comment he made right here was talking about Melania hating when he dances, and as he calls it, the gay national anthem. Here we go.
And she hates when I dance too at the end too. She hates when I dance to what's sometimes referred to as the gay national anthem. You know that. She hates it. You know, that song was number 5 32 years ago, and it went to number 1 32 years later. There's never been anything like it. Never hit number 1. It was number 5 32 years ago, and it went to number 1 for months during the last months of the game. We love that song. But she goes, darling, please. You know, she's a very elegant woman. She goes, darling, please don't dance. It's not presidential. I said, it may not be presidential, but I'm leading by 20 points in the poll. So.
Trump's default answer is always, it may not be, but I'm leading in the polls, and that's all that really matters. Now, Trump also did say that he said this about Cuba right here. Trump on Cuba, we will be taking it over almost immediately.
An architect who's really talented, has done a lot of work for him. He's got a flair, a beautiful Hispanic flair in particular. And he comes from originally a place called Cuba, which we will be taking over almost immediately. No, Cuba's got problems. We'll finish one first. I like to finish a job. On the way back from Iran, we'll have one of our big, maybe the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier, the biggest in the world. We'll have that come in, stop about 100 yards offshore, and they'll say, thank you very much. We give up.
Now, we had let's see, this one up. Now, Trump got really mad yesterday because his microphone wasn't working, and he got mad about it. So right here, President Trump just went off after his microphone was too quiet in Florida. I'm screaming my ass off because the mic is no good.
An invasion of our country. Tell them to turn up the microphone, will you please? Turn up the mic. You know, I hate it. You pay these guys a lot of money, and then you get up and the mic isn't on properly. And then they want their money, and I don't believe in paying people to do a bad job. I only like to pay people. I pay early. And I'm screaming my ass off because the mic is no good. Turn the mic up, please.
Now, this reminds me of Turn Off the Lights. You remember that one? Turn Off the Lights, Trump. I don't have that clip anymore. But right here, this one.
In our jails, they were probably sent here so that we put them in our jails. Because to put them in our jails, they didn't pay the electric bill. To put them, oh, I like that
He's so good at it. He's so good at it.
much better. Oh. Oh, that's so much better. Those lights were brutal.
No, dude, I can relate. Like when we did the MegaCon panel, I'm glad I had my sunglasses on my head because I put my sunglasses on because I couldn't take those lights. It's absolutely crazy.
Oh, that's so much better. Those lights were brutal. They come from the dishonest press? Where? Oh, don't turn them on. Forget it. Better, right? Don't turn them on. Don't turn the lights on. Plus, we save on electricity, right? And because the lights didn't work, I won't pay the rent. So we get better lighting and we don't pay the rent, right? Right?
This is who is negotiating. He's always in negotiation mode.
Work, I won't pay the rent. So we get better lighting and we don't pay the rent, right? Right? No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off. Turn them off. Let's go. Ready? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn them off. So much nicer. No, that's the way we have to negotiate for our country.
Masterful, dude. Masterful. That's the way we have to negotiate for our country. Now, there is literally no way that anybody can genuinely criticize that. Now, even people could say, let's look at the counter. Let's just assume, okay, you criticize it because you think Trump set it up. Even better if that was all a setup from Trump, even better because it helps emphasize his point. So regardless if he said it, and I don't believe he did. I don't believe he set it up at all. I'm just telling you what the counter would be from Trump haters. Like, oh, it was all set up anyway. Doesn't matter. Either way, masterful negotiation and campaigning. Absolutely fantastic. That's Trump, though. He's the GOAT for a reason. So yeah, man, that was really funny. He also, and I know the audio was a little bit louder on YouTube than it will be on Twitter. So we're going back to Twitter. So if you need to bump your audio up a little bit, but Trump called out Ilhan Omar. President Trump ponders what Ilhan Omar and her brother's bedtime conversations sound like during a speech in Florida. Holy crap. All right. Here we go.
I mean, look at the wonderful country. It's a beautiful country. You should try it sometime. Somalia. It's a beautiful place. It's got no government. It's got no military. It's got no anything. It's got one thing that's really strong.
It's got no anything. He couldn't think of another word to say. So he said no anything.
It's got no military. It's got no anything. It's got one thing that's really strong, crime. It's got a lot of crime. They have no police. All they do is run around shooting each other. It's filthy dirty, disgusting dirty. It's a horrible place. They come here and Ilhan Omar, you ever hear of her? She heads it. And Think of it. They have nothing but crime, poverty, pollution. Everything is horrible over there. Nothing good. They say it's the worst country anywhere in the world, that we got some beauties out there, but it's the worst. And then she comes here from Somalia, and she tells us how to run the United States of America. She says, the Constitution gives me certain rights, And I demand that I be given these rights. Get the hell out. What a phony. And then she married a brother to come in. I don't know, you know.
Dang it, Trump. Like, imagine, like, there are people in this audience, there are a bunch of boomers out there that don't have any idea about the internet lore. And so imagine him just saying for the first time, and somebody's like, wait, what?
And then she married a brother to come in. I don't know, you know. But I would imagine they're looking at her. I have nothing to do with it. I would imagine. Of course I have nothing to do. I have nothing, but I believe she married her brother, which is totally illegal. Although it's a lovely couple, actually, but it's a little bit on the illegal side. Darling, I love you very much. Good night, brother. Let's go to bed. Good night. Isn't she despicable? I can't stand watching.
I have not heard this yet. This is the first time I fucking heard this. Holy shit.
Although it's a lovely couple, actually, but it's a little bit on the illegal side. Darling, I love you very much. Good night, brother. Let's go to bed. Good night. Isn't she despicable? I can't stand watching. I can't stand. Did you see last month? She accidentally checked the wrong box. It said she was worth $38 million. And law enforcement came after her for that. And then all of a sudden she was worth less than $80,000. And she said it was accounting. It was an accounting error. That was not a very good accountant, was it? No, their whole life is based on fraud and a scam. The whole thing is a scam. And we got to get those people the hell out of our country.
Listen, I'm going to say what I've said a million times. Born to be a comedian, forced to be president. That is Donald J. Trump right there. Simple as that. Holy crap. Donald Trump doubles down on refusing to stop holding events after yet another attempt on his life.
Now, you know, I shouldn't be here. There was just an attempt. I won't use the word, an attempt, they say, on my life. I should be indoors at a secure facility where I can quietly, beautifully, and safely play out my term, destroying everything that comes in our way. Like bad countries that want to get nuclear weapons, we'll take care of that. So they want me to be in a secure place. I said, what's more secure than the villages? No. I heard the seniors were waiting at the villages, and there's no way we got like 97% of the vote. Remember all those frauds? They said, whoa.
Trump is a what bully? Bully? Like Dan, it's not Dan M, it's Dan Vask. Dan Vask. So, and also like, I mean, since you have that profile picture, you know, like we do have Trump as the Joker, right? So, remember when a leftist tried to make fun of Trump and it backfired?
David, I mean, I know you're a sophisticated guy. The world is a mess. The world is as angry as it gets. Well, you think this is going to cause a little more anger? The world is an angry place.
So the best part, and I've talked about this before, the best part is this video has 3 million views, okay? The pinned post, oh, where did it go? No, he must have removed it. Somebody was he was mad because people he was mad because too many MAGA people liked the video, because he was trying to make this in order to upload this in order to, I guess, destroy Trump. And too many MAGA people were like, hell yeah, this is awesome. This makes Trump look cool. And then he got mad because he's like, all you MAGA people in my comment sections, I don't support you. I Trump it. It's like, dude, you're making Trump look cool. That's all you do. They just keep making him look cooler and cooler.
We're waiting at the villages, and there's no way. We got like 97% of the vote. Remember all those frauds? They said, whoa. Remember Sleepy Joe and Kamala? They came up, oh, we love you more than Trump. And you said, no, you don't. You don't love us more. You're a bunch of phony bastards. But as you know, this is the single largest community of seniors anywhere in the world. And frankly,
listen, I'm from Florida, and the Villages is not too far from me. I've heard the Villages gets kind of wild, at least certain areas in the Villages. That's what I've heard. And I've only recently been notified about this, but apparently, like, the Villages is known for some crazy partying. I'm just saying, that's what I've heard. Hippies, old hippies, smoking some doobies. Wild, you know what? Yes, Jennifer. Yes, lots of STDs there. Yes.
and frankly, it's the largest crowd you've ever had assembled. You know, it's very interesting. They built this, but when I first started, they didn't have this. We had a little tiny room, so we went outside. We had a tremendous crowd, but I don't know if you see what's going on. They have an overflow room that's bigger than this. Why the hell didn't I go there to start off with?
The guy that I highlighted said, let's see. See, it's rhinos like you that's added. See, it's rhinos like you added. That's probably the problem. Well, I'm not a Republican. You understand what rhino means, right? It's Republican in name only. I'm not a Republican, retard. Like, do you understand what you're even talking about here? Like, I'm not a fucking Republican, idiot. I've specifically said I'm not a Republican. You're a rhino in name only. I'm not a fucking Republican, retard. I'm a MAGA. What did I call myself? Trumplican. I'm a Trumplican. All right.
What's going on? And then they have outside, they have thousands and thousands of people, and we love them all. We love them all. So.
Well, yeah, well, I say I'm a Trumplican, but that may change every month. Whenever Mossad sends me my paycheck, they tell me what my position is. So as it stands, I'm okay to say Trumplican. That may change next month when my Mossad check comes in. But until then, I'm a Trumplican, okay? Simple as that. All right. So anyway, Trump, you know, in in Trump form right there at the Villages. Boy, you know, all those old ladies was going crazy with Trump being there. Fox says, I'm fed up with Jeremy doing things he asked not to do. I hope he never does an oiled up shirt off stream repeatedly winking at the camera. Wait, what?
Shut the fuck up!
Please don't send more super chats like that. Thank you though. I appreciate it. We got JMNZZ450. Says a few people, a few people JMNZZ called out in Super's comments long before they fell off. Tucker, Alex Jones, Angry Joe, Melanie Mack, Quartering, Candace, Megan Kelly, Shoe on Head, Kyle Kolinsky. Why mention this? Because my ego is massive. Hail the 199. Well, yeah, I mean, so a lot of those people, well, Angry Joe, we already know. Angry Joe's Angry Joe. Tucker, Alex, they've completely fallen off. Melanie Mack, again, I mean, what is there to say? So, Quartering, what is there to say? Flash Cash will handle that tonight. Candace, Megan Kelly, Shoe on Head. I don't know much about Shoe on Head. I've seen a few of her videos over the years. I don't really know much about her. I don't even know what her position is on things. But either way, hail to you, JMNZZ450. But yeah, again, I repeated it earlier in the stream, but I've never said a bad word about Melanie Mack, and she decided to block me on Twitter. So whatever. The Under Armour Gamer says, part 1, I was 12 when Michael died, and I just knew my grandma loved him, and I knew nothing about his story. I didn't know he was friends with Trump. And then you said, Trump being called a predator in the first campaign made me go back into Michael's life because I was sure that Trump was innocent. Yeah, seriously, man. There's a lot of connections with Michael Jackson and Trump and how the media decided to go after both of these guys. Thank you, Savage Talk, for the raid over on Kick. I appreciate it, brother. So there's a lot of parallels between Michael Jackson and Donald Trump and how the media treated them, and how the media wanted to destroy them because for their impact and the fact that they were going against the grain. And I showed a lot of that in my video the other day, or my stream the other day. That's a video on D-Day Cobra 2. But ultimately, the only place that the similarities really end, though, and I hate to say this, I do hate to say this, but I gotta be honest, okay? Because I do believe Michael Jackson is the biggest star we've ever seen, and I don't think he'll ever be matched. With that said, I'm just going to say it. Sorry, Michael. And Taj, if you're watching, Taj Jackson, Michael's nephew, I'm sorry, but I got to be honest. Donald Trump is a better dancer than Michael Jackson. Sorry. Donald Trump is a better dancer than Michael Jackson. I know, the truth hurts, but I've seen both of them at their peak, and clearly Trump is unmatched in this department. Okay. It's just unmatched. So, Vic says, where the dudes at? D-Gay Cobra 2026. JDT says, add 0.5% because my wife watches. Well, until Sweeney comes on the screen, then she walks out and says, this guy is stupid. Hail the 199. Thank you. Zinni Biscuit says, Jeremy, lay off the mint juleps. I don't even know what the hell that is. Summer of Doom says, I watch. My husband doesn't. He also has no idea what a turnaround is. Summer, you got to get him educated on this. All right. Maybe not. Maybe I just stepped in it. Maybe not. Maybe don't. I don't want to get involved in that. But thank you, Summer. Hail to you. Buff for Booty says the female audience is realistically about 45% when you factor us good husbands forcing the grift on them. Same room. Hey, that's what's up right there. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see. And you see, this is why I have to repeat things, and I'm not criticizing because, again, this is a sports radio mentality. I listened to sports radio a lot, back in the day, and I never understood why, because I would listen to the entire show, and I never understood why they would repeat the same points 3 times in an hour. And I'm like, I've heard you say this, but they have a new audience coming in at all times. And so I say this to say that I'm going to answer your question, but this is why I repeat so much stuff right here. D-Day Cobra, are you an MJ fan? I saw how well you reviewed Michael the movie, but I was just making sure, coming from a longtime MJ guy. So again, you're just tuning in, and I totally understand. Everybody has massive Michael Jackson fan, talk about it all the time, but I've been a Michael Jackson fan my entire life. And my first, the first thing I remember of Michael Jackson was the Beat It video. And I had to have a red zipper jacket. I was just like, that is the coolest person in the world. And that red zipper jacket is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And so, yeah, I've always loved Michael, though. Always been a Michael Jackson fan. And the movie is awesome. Let's see here. Zinny Biscuits says, never watched F1, grew up on NASCAR. I thought you watched F1 too. I know there was a couple of ladies here. It was you and a couple of others that would mention it. So maybe it was just, maybe I'd got you mixed in because of horse racing as well. So we've had a few ladies that would always reference racing, and you were one of them. But yeah, okay. But you grew up on NASCAR. Let's go. Vault 199 says Illumination will give Lady IDOT a dump truck. Alex Arrow Cave says 199% MAGA. Trump is the best president of all 47 presidents. Kimmel will FAFO Meta PC code 199. I don't watch much F1 anymore. So again, Scully's $500 super chat. Insane. Thank you so much. And I really, really appreciate it. Chile says, Mormons, me, unsub from Daily Wire over recent attacks now. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting take. Normal Man says, I just got here. What the F is happening on screen? Fox says, Trump can't run in 2028. Can you send him to the UK? We need a king, prime minister, and a London stand mayor. I'm good for him at all three. No. We're keeping Trump, and he will. We're going to force him to run in 2028. Machine says, hey, Jay, can we get my wife's, possibly not taken friend, new channel to 50 subs? Slowpoke Girl. If the mods can find that, feel free to drop the link right there, and we see if we can get to 50 subs. Possibly not Taken's friends, Taken Fred's YouTube channel. But yeah, if the mods can find that, feel free to drop that link. I remember Machine dropped a $500 super chat a while back. Insane. But yes, absolutely. T Little says World War 11 tax. Thank you. Buster Nut Smashes 2 down, 2 on their way out, 2 to go. Summer says, I've been listening, but was behind. I was working on my 95 Chevy Z71. I'm part of the 11.5%. Love all of us IDOTs, especially you, Jeremy. Let's freaking go. Chevy girl right there. Beardo's all right. Hey, don't be talking nice about Beardo in this chat. What the hell are you doing? BMCCB says, watched Tim fell off, watched Ben fall off, watched Quarter Pounder fall off, watched Beardo fall off. Hang in there, Jeremy. Listen, the good thing I have going for me is that I'm just too stupid, you know? So I think we'll be okay. So, but thank you, BMCCB. I will say, though, Tim's fall off. Tim Pool is still highly successful. I'm very interested in what's going to happen with the quartering because he has just hurt himself so bad. And I don't know how that story is going to end, but I don't think it's going to end well as long as there's alcoholism involved. And I'm sensitive to that matter because I've seen alcohol abused in my life by family members before, several. And it typically doesn't end very well. And that's why, for me, I will never have drank, never smoked, never done a drug, never will. I've stayed away from that stuff because I've seen it hurt other people and damage other people. That, and it's just, there's a various amount of reasons why I've never done any of that stuff. But I also don't like my mindset to be, affected, my decision making to be affected or anything like that. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But it's a sad situation, man. Trabuco says, for the camera guy. Thank you. The horror host says, best thing I've seen in F1 this season. Potentially criminal. What's up, brother? Says, I'm ashamed to say I used to think this guy was funny on Adult Swim. What's going on, man? Good to see you, brother. You talking about the Onion dude? Ministry of Wrong Think says, makes old InfoWars look sane by comparison. Morons. Sam Uri says, quartering is good, bad. Saved Crowder after Blaze. H1 Beardo says, when she went down, I cried. Raymond Daniel says, let's see, whoever that is on Trump's speech is pretty funny. I'm not familiar with that channel, I don't think. Ladybug says, Danma. Danma? Is that how we say that one? All these misspells around here. East Coast Touch Boy says, oh boy, another Dan meme coming. Philip Johnson says, Dan I tax. Teresa says, Dan tax. Trump is Dan M bully tax. He's also hilarious. I like Dan M better. Dan M is better than Dan. So Dan M. Dan with a capital M. That should be the meme right there. I like that. Phil says, Dan M clown tax. Robert says, Dan M Trump, why you bully me tax. Twisted Clown says, Rhino tax Israel. Kevin Spears says, I have a bumper sticker that says, I'm better than a Republican. I'm MAGA. I agree with that. Captain JPS says, since I can't afford a proper 199 and I'm a Jeff Burton, Carl Edwards 99 NASCAR fan, here's an extra 9 for them. Hey, man. I like Jeff Burton and Carl Edwards. I wish Carl Edwards wouldn't have got out of NASCAR so soon. He was a great personality, but yeah, he left, and I get it. And I'm sure you've seen this if you're a Carl Edwards fan, but his interview with Dale Earnhardt Jr. on Dale Jr.'s YouTube channel, top tier stuff, man. Top tier stuff. Peter says, prove he's a better dancer. Footage or you gay. Trump, I might play you some footage of Trump dancing to show he's a better dancer than Michael Jackson. Dan Campbell says, okay, while on the subject, you, the Geeks and Gamers and FNT crew should play the mogging AI game Asman did, no homo, if that's at all possible. I saw this thing that Asman was doing. It was pretty damn funny. I'm not familiar with that site or anything like that, but it was pretty funny. John Jones says, I was obsessed with the Thriller video growing up. I had no idea he and Trump were good friends until a couple of years ago. It's awesome. Taker says, for the Democrat crash out all over the internet, for them to have any point, Black Americans would only be able to vote Democrat. But guess what? And did we get that link? I don't know if we got that link for Machine. But hopefully we were able to get that. Looks like it says, thanks for the love. Maybe we got it. All right. That's awesome. If so, we've got Johnny Winston says, serious question. I'm going to work making retro game reviews, mixing it up with movies. Can I bring that content to G&G site? Would you like that? Siobhan told me to reach out to Alex first. I mean, right now we've kind of got our own, we've got a structure over there right now. So we're not looking for any new content, but you can always post it into our group chats and things like that, like our Discord and, Reddit and things like that, Facebook groups. Trump declared the Iran war is over, but negotiations are still going. If an agreement doesn't come, then Trump blows up more Iran stuff. Does it mean it's not over? I'm confused. What's it mean? It means Trump is negotiating. Trump is negotiating, and he is battling the narrative from the Iranian media. So when he does that, he's just battling their narrative. Johnny says, did you watch Celebrity Deathmatch, Death Bowl 99? It was MJ versus Madonna surrounded by acid. He turned into a hamster and she kicked him in the acid. I remember Celebrity Deathmatch. It was awesome. True Mr. Gentleman says, Michael Jackson composed many tracks for Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. Many videos do comparisons. Cool as this is, it caused them to have Rocky re-release sometimes not being able to include the Genesis collection. Yeah, that's the problem with getting the trademarked music and stuff like that. Mar Millen for 10 says, there are bad people and evil people, and the irony is the evil people don't understand that this parody just proves Jones more right in his fight. I agree completely. It only helps him. Well, whatever says, if it's gay, just stay away. Mod Eric says, thoughts on Elizabeth Warren and her fellow Dems killing Spirit Airlines by blocking the merger to save them. Where are we going to see the freak out ghetto flights now? Yeah, I know. I don't know a ton about the Spirit Airlines thing. I have been seeing that going on, but I don't know a lot of the details surrounding that, so I can't really commentate on that much. So I'd have to do more research on it. And I saw Lance Finn says, insult Jeremy and he will notice you. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much how it goes around here. East Coast Toasted Boy says that Dan, I'm going to say Maiga, is a pretty good dude. So I had to say that one slow. Dan, pause, Maiga. There we go. Okay, got to say that one slow. Very slow. Or you might get clipped saying something you don't want to say.
All right. Smelly Negro. I love that name. Which hockey movie chant, I swallow knickers come? No idea.
Never would want to say anything offensive on the internet. I would never want to do that. But with that said, we're going to call it there, ladies and gentlemen. You've got Flashcast coming up tonight. Should be fun. Should be entertaining. I can't wait. I'm going to try to go live tomorrow. I am traveling tomorrow, but I'm going to try to go live tomorrow night. And then I'll be live all week back on the grind. But I did want to go live today since I missed yesterday or missed last night because I was live yesterday, but I missed last night. I felt bad about that. But yeah, got another one in the books. Thank you all so much. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you all have a good night. Watch Greg Foreman for the info on the Spirit stuff, Jeremy. Okay. You know, I love Black conservative perspective. He's great. Viking says, I would never insult Jeremy because I love Freddie Mercury, but even he is not as gay as Jeremy is. That's mean. Why would you say something like that? You know what? All I know is that President Trump is a better dancer than Michael Jackson, and I have proof. You guys have. Oh, John freaking Murdoch says pre-Saturday stream tax drops of 50. He just drops a 50. But guess what? Hail to you, John. President Trump is a better dancer than Michael Jackson, and I have the proof. Have a good night, and we'll talk to all of you later.